Never tell when this thing's starting. Just never know. So you don't want to say anything that you don't want on the internet permanently, right? Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another fun edition of Powered by Ice Cream, aka talking ice cream with Eric while he eats it. Nicholas is the first one in, and he asked how was Buckeye Blitz over the weekend. It was just as great as it always is. One of the few ice creams I can say that I've never been disappointed in. I probably had it 10, 15 times by now. It's always a 10 out of 10. No such thing as a bum pint. All right, let's get to it tonight. You guys know that I don't discriminate. I eat all kinds of ice cream as long as it's ice cream. I won't ever eat Arctic Zero, Halo Top on this channel. I will eat light ice cream from time to time, frozen yogurts, and of course, dairy-free stuff, especially from a company that has a good track record with dairy-free products like So Delicious. So Delicious is one of the few companies that are available nationwide that I will co-sign on when it comes to dairy-free ice creams. I am very adamant about telling people about So Delicious because nobody, no matter your lactose intolerance or your veganism, nobody should be forced to eat the Ben & Jerry's dairy-free ice creams because those are some of the worst products I've ever had. Still, nothing has topped the dairy-free fudge brownie from Ben & Jerry's. That is the worst ice cream that I've had all year. So, spoilers, I've had this flavor before. And it's definitely one of So Delicious' best products, although I think it's as far as what I remember, Snickerdoodle and the salted caramel truffle were a little bit better, but like I said, let's not spoil things here. Let's get into this thing. It's a chocolate cashew milk ice cream with Oreos. Where the Oreos are sourced from, I do not know. They're not actual Oreos, obviously, but they are faux Oreos. So I've let this thing temper a little bit. It's still not that soft, so I'm going to talk for a second and talk to you guys. Cullen Schiminger says, shout out to the cage. Shout out to the cage. Dick's out for Harambe. And so while I wait for this to temper a little bit more, I'm going to talk about this guy. The bent spoon has become somewhat of a symbol for Powered by Ice Cream. And a lot of people have made comments. I've obviously talked about it. The reason all of our spoons are bent is because we're very impatient in this house, and we don't like to wait for our ice cream to temper or melt or soften. So we always jam, bam, like this. We'll especially with dairy-free stuff. Dairy-free stuff's very hard straight out of the freezer, and like it'll bend. So this one's tempered a little bit, but it'll always bend, and we'll just dig in there and R.I.P. the spoon. But hey, it still works, so whatever. Runner305 says, woohoo, a vegan ice cream review. I've had this one. Excited to see your take. I'm excited to eat it again. I ate it while I was on vacation, so my memory is a little hazy. But let's stop screwing around. Let's eat some ice cream. Hit me with some questions as I go. Obviously, I can only talk about ice cream so much. Here we go. Texture. If you've never had cashew milk ice cream, it's obviously not cow's milk ice cream, guys. You're not going to be fooled, okay? You will not be fooled by the texture here. However, as far as dairy-free stuff goes, cashew milk, in my opinion, god damn it, cashew milk, in my opinion, has the best texture. Unless we're talking blends, then we got cashew and coconut together. That's the best. But cashew milk has a nice softness to it. This one in particular has a good softness. The chocolate itself, the ice cream is good. I'd say it reminds me a lot of a chocolate frozen yogurt. Very reminiscent of the chocolate frozen yogurt from Ben & Jerry's. And it should come as no surprise that this thing clocks in at 8 grams of fat per serving. Fairly low fat for ice cream, especially made of a nut milk ice cream. But tastes fine. I'm not a huge fan of almond milk ice creams. I think the texture is terrible. Don't even get me started on soy milk. Soy milk's shit. Manzura Talapova, that's a cool name, says, I came for Cam. I thought he was taste testing. No, Cam will not be taste testing for another 2 months. He turned 4 months today. So One thing I'll say about this flavor is that the Oreo pieces are pretty big. I'm sorry, the chocolate sandwich cookies. I gotta call them by their generic name. They're not Oreos. So, excuse me as I take a picture for the gram, as the kids say, in the streets these days. Let's see here. So, there's the we're talking about. See, pretty good sized chunk there. Not mad at it. Nicholas Vanity says, I enjoy almond milk and cereal. That's different. Drinking almond milk and almond milk ice cream are two completely different things. Almond milk makes shit ice cream. Abigator says, will you do a series of reviews on lower quality, cheaper ice creams like Blue Bunny and Bluebell and Edie's? I will not, but I will always make an effort to review a diverse range of ice creams. The reason being I won't do a series because I don't like to do the same brand in a row. So I like to switch things up. But I love Blue Bunny, and I love Edie's and Bluebell. Edie's just doesn't come out with a lot of new flavors for some reason. Nicholas asks, are you tired of Insta benches defending Arctic Zero and Halo Top? At this point, I've given up, dude. I've given up. I'm not trying to convince anybody. So, Lisaveta Petrova, damn, another awesome name. You guys have cool names. Said, yesterday I bought a tub of Turkey Hill pumpkin pie, and it is delicious. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you. I'm counting the days until I return to Atlanta so I can once again be reunited with the best pumpkin ice cream in the game. Oh, another big chunk of Oreo there. We can get some good. Where am I going here? There we go. It's all reversed. It's like flying an airplane. Up is down, down is up. How about this way? There we go. See? Pretty good sized chunks for dairy-free ice cream. Joey's World Tour says, take it up the butthole, faggot. Well, it's I was wondering how long it would take for some fuckboy to come in here and troll me, so remind me to ban your ass. Let's see. Ashley Hubbard, I'm still talking about this stuff. I missed the initial reaction. It reminds me a lot of a chocolate frozen yogurt. I like cashew milk ice cream. Abigator says, please try cookies and cream Bluebell. I can almost promise you with 100% certainty you will never see that review on my channel. Just because it's a really basic flavor and it's a Bluebell. What ice creams have pretzel, peanut butter, chocolate mix-ins besides Chubby Hubby? Trying to think of some good ones. Not a lot, actually. Unfortunately. Candy Bar Pie did. We know where that went. If you have Handles by you, they have a flavor called Spouse Like a House. That is like a knockoff of Chubby. That's pretty good. Here we go again. Let's check out. Once again, a huge piece of Oreo there. Maybe we want to focus a little bit. Or not? You gonna hate on me? You gonna hate on me some more? Damn, my camera's hating on me like Joey's World Tour's hating on me. It's in there though. We got some. There we go. Once again, a sizable chunk of Oreo. Let's see. How do I ban people? Well, is our audio playing? It's not on my end. I'm sorry, guys. Andrew finally found pumpkin cheesecake. Sweet. Lisa Vetta found Turkey Hill's eggnog ice cream. I've not had it yet. Actually. All right. Abigator says handles versus graters. That's tough. But from what I've tasted, I got to go graters. How are our videos? How's our video going? Sorry, I had to ban Joey. Oh, I didn't ban him. Hey Joey. Get a fucking life, buddy. All right, good. Yeah, because I was messing with some things. Okay, Joey. How do I ban people? Somebody.
You gonna Google it?
No, I got it. See ya. Suck a dick. Got him.
Okay, I'm coming up, baby.
Oh, sorry. Almost woke up the baby. Anyways, guys. Anybody that uses the F word in my presence gets banned. I'm not cool with homophobia, my friends. All right. I want to show off this piece right here because it's solid, thick, and tight. Let's see if my camera's working. Oh, yeah. Come on. Just break me up. Oh, look at that. Isn't that great? I mean, you know, for a hippie ice cream, dairy-free ice cream, you don't expect the mix-ins to be that solid. And they bring it. They didn't have to, but they brought it. Mmm. Delicious. Thank you, Casey and Catherine. They say I'm amazing. I'm just okay. Yeah, I know, right? I think that's one of the more impressive things about this flavor. With chocolate, though, I don't want to say it tastes weird, but it's not like any other. It's not like a. You know, it's not a real chocolate, right? You know, you're not. This isn't fooling anybody. You're not like, oh, is this real ice cream? Is this real chocolate ice cream? No. The texture isn't terrible though. Taste is solid, and there's a lot of Oreos in here. I mean, isn't that what we want out of life? Right. DLZ says lacking richness. I wouldn't say it's like it doesn't feel like a light ice cream so much. It's more like a frozen yogurt. But it's you're like, oh, this isn't a high fat ice cream. I mean, obviously 8 grams of fat isn't exactly, you know, super low calorie, but if you have an educated palate, if you eat enough real ice cream, you know what you're eating. It's a little bit harder too. Abigator says chocolate shop cookies and cream is so good. I thought it was pretty good. I think Ultimate Oreo gets a lot of love, and I think Ultimate Oreo is overrated. Runner 305 says, I keep looking for Coconut Bliss Ginger Cookie Caramel, but can't find it. I've had it. It's pretty good. A little bit too gingery for me, honestly, but it's a good ice cream. I just can admit when something's good, and it's not for me, though. DLZ says, only so much you can do with non-dairy. This is true, but So Delicious does a damn good job. You gotta be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to people and be like, this is great stuff. But I always grade dairy-free things on a curve. It's not fair to compare dairy-free ice cream to real ice cream. It's just not. Plus, there's only so many. You got slim pickings for dairy-free if you're lactose intolerant. But nobody should have to eat the. Nobody should have to eat that damn Ben and Jerry's dairy-free. Abigail says, take some lactate and eat the real stuff. Well, I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't know what that would, how much would lactate help? Would you still shake yourself? But it brings up a good point. Bob says, you're cracking any more of those Perry flavors. I only got 2, Bob. I reviewed one of them last year. So, no. Samuel says, ask me my top graders flavors. Top 3, Buckeye Blitz number 1, black raspberry chocolate chip, and cheese crown. Nicholas asked, what about the Turkey Hill flavors? Well, I was going to review those, but business has picked up this week. Some new stuff came out. Wednesday, I'll be reviewing the new sweet potato eclair flavor from Jenny's. And then Friday, Humphrey Slocum will make its debut on this channel, which I'm very excited about. And then Salt and Straw should come in this week. Andrew says, yeah, he loves the titties.
Wait for it. Much. Fake.
Andrew says, L&L's Coconut Bliss Walnut Fudge Brownie destroys Ben & Jerry's Dairy-Free Fudge Brownie for sure. Not even close. I agree. Madison asks, what number is Buckeye Blitz on your all-time favorite list? Top 3, most likely. Top 3. Manzura says, what about your top 3 Publix flavors? Are we talking seasonals or otherwise? Ask me. Because seasonals are like the limited edition ones. It's hard to remember all of them. Anyways, guys, before I answer these last few questions, this flavor is good for dairy-free ice cream. Would I stack it up against most regular ice cream flavors? No. I mean, I'd eat this shit before I eat like some Bluebell flavors. That's not saying that much. Chocolate ice cream's solid. It's clearly dairy-free, at least to me. But they make up for it by packing it full of Oreo pieces. And I think this is better than perfectly acceptable dairy-free ice cream. Definitely in the upper tier. I think it's my 3rd favorite So Delicious flavor under Snickerdoodle and Salted Caramel Truffle. Still a good flavor. I give it we're going to go on the dairy-free curve and bump it up. I give it an 8 on the dairy-free scale, which would be a 6 or a 7 on the regular ice cream scale. So if you're lactose intolerant, vegan, whatever the fuck, get this stuff. Now, Manzura, not seasonal ice creams. I love Coconut Road, chocolate cookie, what's it called, babe?
What?
The chocolate cookie one? Quarry?
Quarry.
Chocolate cookie quarry. And I really like the, they have like it's like a Turtle Tracks flavor, but I forget the name. Oh no, like a Moose Tracks flavor. It's dark chocolate and it's got like fudge swirls. I forget with an actual name of it now. Casey and Catherine asked, are you going to try the new Baskin-Robbins Halloween flavor? I am. My Baskin-Robbins is really shitty, so they don't stock stuff until like 2 weeks into the month, so you'll probably see that next week. Andrew asks, is Ben & Jerry's peanut butter cup flavor worth the calories or no? If you've never had it before, I recommend having it, but I've had it. I've eaten that flavor probably more than any other flavor ever in my life, of any ice cream. I probably wouldn't eat it. Now it's very low on my list just because for the calories, you could get a lot better. I mean, you get Buckeye Blitz. So any novelties that just hit the nostalgia factor for you? DLZ asked, like Choco Taco Drumstick. I love all those things, honestly. Although Choco Taco doesn't hold up very well now. I had one a little while back, and it was like very gummy and the texture was weird, but I still love that shit. I love drumsticks. I like any kind of ice cream sandwich is cool with me. And I think the new novelties, the new age of novelties is really great. I think that the Magnum bars are awesome. New Orleans Ice Cream makes these things called Po' Boys, which are like a cookie ice cream sandwich covered in chocolate. And that may be the greatest novelty going. If you have access to New Orleans Po' Boys, I highly recommend them. There's also Cool House's ice cream sandwiches, which are available in most places, and those things are bomb. I don't know how they keep those cookies soft, but they do. Cookie ice cream sandwiches are great, and but yeah, I even like I love Skinny Cow's cones. I think Skinny Cow's cones are really good, especially like the dark chocolate. The dark, it's like a chocolate mint ganache one, I think. dark chocolate caramel or chocolate caramel. I don't know. There's a couple of them, but yeah, Magnum bars are one of the best. So I don't really mess with novelties too often. Sometimes if I want something a little more low calorie, I'll have something like that. Blue Bunny makes some good ones too. And once again, I know I talk about this shit a lot, but Great Values novelties. Their ice cream sandwiches and their cones are really good. David asks, have you seen the Haagen-Dazs Destination series? Not only have I seen them, I've had them all, and I was very unimpressed. All of Haagen-Dazs' new stuff is not very good to me. I'm always let down. That's why you don't see a lot of Haagen-Dazs reviews. I'd rather review their older flavors. Their base lineup is better than their new stuff, by far. All right, so wrapping things up. This is gonna be the last dairy-free review you see for a while because I got some cool stuff coming. We got Salt and Straw, we got Humphrey Slocum, we got Jenny's, we got some super premium shit. So I'm sorry for you guys that aren't messing with this kind of stuff. If you're only on that Blue Bunny time or on that Edie's time, I apologize in advance. The next couple weeks are going to be very intense. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on Instagram.